Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Angie Tings, where today we're going to touch on the very popular right now subject of Findom. So we're going to go through the basics of what you'll need to know to start as a Findom. So let's jump in. So what is Findom? Also known as financial domination, it's basically a relationship of two people, the dom and sub, where one, in this case the sub, submits to the dom and the dom takes control. Some terms for sub would be paypig, money slave, cash cow, human ATM, and some terms for the dom would be findom goddess, money mistress, etc. etc. There's been a lot of talk about Findom, especially in recent years, because it's been just popping everywhere. And the thing is that there can be a lot of misconceptions that come with the fetish. A lot of people think that Findoms are taking advantage of these men that pay their hard-earned money to doms, when in reality it couldn't be further from the truth. If anything, it's a totally consensual two-way street fetish and lifestyle where the paypig wants to give their hard-earned money and wants to submit through giving up their power, which in this case is the money. While the financial domination is a form of BDSM, the lack of physical contact and intense submission sets it apart from other fetishes. So each dom and sub relationship is different, none of them are the same, and just communicating your boundaries and parameters of consent are essential parts of this fetish. So now we're going to go through some lies versus truths of Findom, debunking myths. Number one lie is that there is sex involved. Wrong. This couldn't be further from the truth. So one of the key factors of Findom that sets it apart from other fetishes is that there's no sex involved, and a true fin sub will never, and I mean never, expect sex from you, because that's not how they get off. That's not what arouses them, where they derive arousal from. If anything, the main way of arousing a fin sub is not through sex, not through nudes, it's through taking their money, their hard-earned money. And that's exactly what they want to do. It's quick cash. You should probably stop watching my video if you think that you're gonna make thousands or even hundreds just like that, like right away in your first week as a Findom, because it takes time. The truth is that although mostly online, it takes a lot of time and effort to be a dominatrix. It involves talking to people online, doing humiliation when you encounter a sub. It involves setting up your payment methods and actually finding those fin subs. So don't think this is going to be like an easy fix to your problems or an easy way to make cash. If anything, it can take a while, especially with the finding subs part. But once you do find a sub, then you're in for a treat. You don't need any consent from the sub. Again, wrong. In any kind of transaction of intimacy between two people, there has to be consent. In fact, a good dom will always discuss boundaries with their clients beforehand. It's just paying for nudes. Nope. If anything, you don't send any nudes. Like I said, in Findom interactions, there's no nudes involved because the arousal comes from the manipulation, the humiliation, the power dynamic, the power exchange, them submitting to you and submitting their money to you, their power. So they won't be expecting, especially if they're a true fin sub, not just a time waster online or some guy that thinks they're a fin sub because they sent you $10. Like, a true fin sub will understand and know that they cannot expect nudes or nude content from you at all. You have to stay in touch constantly. Nope, not necessarily. There's many subs that actually dip after a session or two. And there's even subs that prefer doing silent sends, which is where you would post your payment info, whether it's on your bio, in a post, wherever it may be, and the sub will click it, send you money, and you'll never hear from them. It was an anonymous silent send. These are the basics on how to properly join a sub. So there's 4 steps to draining a sub. There's so much more to it because like if you're doing a fast drain or a slow drain is different, like the actual drain session, there's more to it then. But before you get to the drain session, this is how you do it. So you request an initial tribute. Usually they would already know from your payment info in your bio that they have to send a tribute, but definitely state what your tribute is. So like a good bio would be like, Goddess Jade, 21 years old. I'm a bratty Findom based in UK. These are my payment methods. Approach tribute $10, $20, or a tribute $20 or whatever, so that they know how much they have to pay before they even talk to you. And I know some people are gonna go, oh my god, but like, then I'm gonna be losing out on all the paypigs that will approach me. No. If anything, you know they're fake if they don't tribute you. And if you have a tribute set in your bio and they don't pay it, then you know even more so that they're just gonna waste your time because a true sub knows that they have to pay to talk to you first. So don't be scared, you're not gonna lose out on any fin subs. If anything, a fin sub wants to pursue you. A fin sub wants to be drained, and if they're DMing you, it's probably because they've set their minds already and they want to talk to you. So if they don't want to tribute, just block. Block and move along. You just saved yourself so much time. After that, you want to discuss limits, budgets, and what they expect from a drain session, perhaps what they like during a drain session, if they're into humiliation, degrading talk, degradation, feminization. So you just want to know what they like, they don't like, and their triggers as well. After that is where the fun begins, and you can start draining your sub. So you can start small by doing a slower drain, so you can work your way up as you go, asking for requesting. You don't ask for anything. You request or demand $10 here, $10 there, and use Findom dialogue, for example. You know you want to give me your hard earned money. Fulfill your purpose, my pay piggy. You merely exist to spoil me, etc., etc. I would say a slow drain is so much better for both parties. For you as a Dom, it's better because even though you get smaller amounts here and there, you get many amounts of money. You also secure that your fan sub will come back and possibly do another session with you because on their end, they're enjoying the slow drain. They're enjoying being milked, basically. You're basically psychologically milking them, and it's kind of like in real life when you're with a guy, and it's kind of like a wham bam, thank you ma'am situation, one night stand. They're less likely to hit you up after or want anything to do with you because they got what they wanted, right? Like, let's be real, right? This is not me being a traditional mom or whatever. That's just the fact. A fact and fact. Hookups are a scam for us ladies. Kind of the same in Findom. If you do a fast drain, yeah, you might get like $500 there and there, but it's over for the sub. Like, he got what he wanted, which was the gratification of sending you their money, and they got off, and that's it. Like, you'll not be making any more money, and you just cut yourself short. You can look into request, wheel spins, voice notes, or even just Findom drain games. You can look it up online, just Google Findom games, and you'll find a bunch of those. On Twitter, there's retweet games that you can play with your subs to make more money that way. Some subs actually will also be into catfish, the catfish fetish, which is a branch of Findom that a lot of people don't talk about. It's basically where a sub wants to pay to be catfished. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a thing. Same with the censorship fetish. It's where they pay to look at a picture of you that's perhaps a nude, but that has been censored. And yes, they will pay for that, the ones that are into it. I want to create that link in the finsub's brain of like, every time I send my goddess some money, she sends me a picture. So give them something to look forward to. You don't have to send them a pic every single time they send, but send them a picture here and there or a video here and there and keep it interesting. Again, it doesn't have to be nudes. If anything, it kind of turns a sub off, a real sub off, when you send them a nude of yourself. They don't think like most guys. They're more than willing to pay you, and they want to do that. It actually gets them off, and it's 100% consensual, so you're not taking anything that they're not already wanting to give. So like, don't pay those comments any mind. They're just jealous they can't make money like us, honestly. Period. So where to find fin subs? You're gonna probably hear a lot the common phrase that, oh, you don't find fin subs, they find you. And while this is very true, it's definitely annoying as hell when you're first starting out. Like when I first started out, I would hear this phrase all the time. Like I would talk to other doms or other girls, and I would be like, where do you find subs? Like I was actually desperate because like I had bills to pay, and much like you watching this video, like you wanted the money, right? So like I would be like, hey, where do you find fin subs? And they would always just hit me with the, they find you, you don't find them. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks. Like, you helped me so much. So I'm here to tell you where to find them. Although they will approach you and you have to let them be the ones to approach you, you can find them on Twitter, Discord, I Want Clips, and Reddit. Twitter is the main platform where all the fin subs, all the fin doms are already. In my opinion, it's kind of overly saturated, and you'd be competing with a lot of doms. But then again, it's the best way to be found on there, so definitely have a Twitter. Then Discord is one that I never hear anyone mention. I have made so much money through Discord servers where I find subs, or even just kink servers like BDSM servers that perhaps have a Findom category or option or channel. And I have made so much money through draining subs on Discord. I wish more people mentioned it, so yeah. And then finally, if you already sell content or are wanting to, I recommend that you sell Findom clips on I Want Clips, and Findom content. It's a great way to, one, make money just by selling the content, but number two, find true subs that will approach you. They'll buy your content, they'll approach you, and they'll be like, I really liked your video, mistress. I'd like to be your sub, I'd like to be your whale sub, whatever. And you can find true, legit subs there. It's way more straightforward too, because like if they're already gonna buy your 80 something dollar price video, they're probably gonna spend way more money on you, like, than a guy off Twitter that can barely pay a tribute to talk to you. The info, research, help, questions, advice, or even finding subs sometimes, I suggest Reddit. There's a subreddit called Findom Support Group. It's amazing. And finally, get your payment methods sorted. So, how can a sub pay you if you don't have any payment methods? So you want to get your PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Wish Tender is amazing. On the sub's end or the customer's end, like also if you're selling content, all they have to put in is their credit card information and just send to you anonymously. You can also create like items that are linked to your Amazon wish list. So like if they want to buy you something specific, like Louboutins or a new iPhone, they can do that through there as well, just by clicking on the item. Then there's Google Pay. I've never used it. My boyfriend swears by it. Maybe I should look into it. I think I will today. I've never looked into it. Then we got Venmo, which to my knowledge only applies to the US, and Bitcoin, which please be careful, like especially beware of scammers and time wasters. You'll get a lot of scammers, especially through Twitter mostly, that will be like, oh, send me your payment information, I want a tribute, and then you're just waiting around for the tribute. They never send, Or they hit you with the, I'm a sugar daddy. I don't want any nudes. I just want a trustworthy, loyal sugar baby to spoil. I'm a veteran that's retired and works in construction, and just send me $30 so that I can tell my assistant to pay you, because there's a payment fee, like a hold fee. Like, it's all BS, guys. Please, 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 please don't fall for that. Again, a real finsom will not hesitate for a second to send you a tribute, and not only that, they will make sure that they come off as legit. They want to actually be taken seriously by you, and they want you to know that they're real. They're not going to waste your time. So yeah, if they don't pay a tribute in the first 5 minutes of just conversation, then block. PayPal absolutely sucks for SW purposes. PayPal has been known to block, ban, and even hold SWs or Findom's money constantly. It happened to me many times. It's happened to so many other girls. The moment they see that you're getting different people sending you money all the time, like constantly, they'll have your money on hold, or even worse, ban you. So I would say Cash App and Wish Tender are my favorites. If you don't feel safe giving a FinSub your Amazon wish list, I would suggest to get a throne.com, like the app is called Throne, or a Giftster, I believe. Giftster. I struggle saying that word. Giftster. You know what I mean. And just because I love showing proof, I love showing receipts of my endeavors, if you will, I'm gonna post some videos here, leave you with some videos of me doing some drains, some Findom drains. Oh, and looking all cute as I do. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If there's anything you want me to touch on or talk about in future videos, then let me know. I really, really appreciate you guys. I'm trying to grow this channel. I love sharing my life and useful advice, tips, and content with all you. I'm so happy that my tonsillitis has cleared up so I can get back to making videos and talking and not sound like a goblin that came out of the Lord of the Rings. So I didn't even have to take my penicillin for a whole month. This is a great scenario for me right now. I'm thriving. So yeah, if you really like this video, please like and subscribe. It means the world to me. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.